Good morning, children. Did you complete yesterday's work? Good. Okay, we have been discussing about pairs of angles. The first one we have learned about was complementary angles, where the sum of the angles was equal to 90 degrees. The second one we have learned was supplementary angles, where the sum of the angles was equal to 180 degrees. Today we are going to learn the third pair of angles. They are adjacent angles. Adjacent angles have a common arm and have a common vertex. So here there is a figure. In this figure, angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent angles. Why? Because they have a common vertex and a common arm. So let us write adjacent angles are. What are the adjacent angles? Let us start from this side. AOB. AOB is one angle and the other adjacent angle. Adjacent means beside. The beside angle of 1 is 2, which is BOC. Angle BOC. This is the other adjacent angle. Now let us see the common arm. What is the common arm here? OB. OB. Is it a line or a ray or a line segment? Clearly it is visible. It's a ray. Represent the ray. Then write what is the common vertex. What is the common vertex here? O. O is the common vertex. O is the common vertex. So adjacent angles are something which are beside each other, which have a common arm and a common vertex. So now what you are going to do is open your class workbooks, write today's date, write the heading adjacent angles, copy till here. Complete this. I will just give you 1 minute. Did you finish the work, children? Okay. Let us do the exercise 4 problems. Which of the following are adjacent angles? So in this, the first bit I have given you for homework. Exercise 4 problem 1, first bit is for homework. Let us do the second bit. The second bit diagram is given like this. Angle C and angle D are given. Now let us check whether they form adjacent angles. The first condition is they should have common arm. Do they have common arm? Yes. This is the common arm. Now do they have a common vertex? Yes. This is the common vertex which two angles have. So do they form adjacent angles? Yes. So, angle C and angle D form a pair of adjacent angles. What is the reason? Because they have a common arm and a common vertex. Now the third bit. Let us check the conditions, the two conditions. What is the first condition? Yes, common arm. Do they have common arm? Yes, they do have common arm. Do they have common vertex? Common vertex? No, they have two separate vertexes. Vertices. So here they do not form adjacent angles. Angle E and angle F do not form a pair of adjacent angles. Do not form a pair of adjacent angles. Now copy this in your class book, children. Did you complete the first problem, children? Okay. Now all of you stand in your places. And now let us try to make angles using our hands. Make an acute angle, children. Did you do it like this? Like this? Till here also it's correct. Till here also it's correct. Good. Make a right angle, children. Good. Make an obtuse angle. Yes, if you have done something more than 90 degrees, it is an obtuse. That's the correct answer. Now show me the pair of complementary angles. What is the total angle formed? That you can show me. Yes, it's 90 degrees. Supplementary angles, the sum of the supplementary angles is equal to, yes, 180 degrees. It's nothing but the straight angle form. Okay, sit down, children. Now let us continue our class. Let us do the second problem. Copy the question along with me. Okay? The second question is, name all pairs of adjacent angles. All pairs of adjacent angles in the figure. How many pairs? How many pairs of adjacent angles? Angles are formed. Why? These angles are called adjacent angles. This is a question given. Let us draw the diagram. Use your scale and pencil for drawing the diagram, children. So, the shape is like X. Measures are not given, so we are not going to use the scale for it. Measurements, centimeters, we are not going to check and draw. Just like that, lines are drawn. This is A, B, C, D, and the vertex is O. Here 4 angles are formed. This is the question. So read the question. Name all the pairs of adjacent angles in the figure. So we should name the adjacent angles. Bit by bit we are going to understand the question and do. Adjacent angles are, what did I tell you? Adjacent means beside. Okay, let us start from this side. Angle A, O, D. Angle A, O, D and D, O, B. This is beside this one. So, this is one pair of adjacent angles. Now continue from this. D, O, B. Beside that you have B, O, C. Angle B, O, C. This is the second pair of adjacent angles. Now do the next one. B, O, C. Which one is adjacent? B, O, C. This angle. Adjacent of that is this one. This is C, O, A. C, O, A. Third pair of adjacent angles. Now next. C, O, A is adjacent to A, O, D. C, O, A is adjacent to AOB. So how many pairs of adjacent angles did you get? This is 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is a semicolon where you keep a dot and then a comma. This is semicolon. This is a comma showing that these two are there, but this is one angle and this is another angle. This is the way you have to write. How many pairs of adjacent angles are formed? So 4 pairs of adjacent angles are formed. 4 pairs of adjacent angles are formed. Then why these angles are called adjacent angles? Come on, tell me. Yes, 2 conditions. What is the first condition? Common arm. So let me write this way. Adjacent angles have a common arm. What is the common arm here? So it depends according to the pair of angles that we are taking. The common arm is changing. When it comes here, AOD and DOB, you see that OD is the common arm. For this part, this was the common arm. For these two, this is the common arm. For these two, this is the common arm. So we see that adjacent angles have a common arm and a common vertex. What is the common vertex there? O. O is a common vertex. So they are. Why these angles are called adjacent angles? Adjacent angles they are called because they have common arm and a common vertex. Understood this problem, children? Okay, copy this in your class workbook. 2 minutes. Right there. Okay. So the third question is, can two adjacent angles be supplementary draw figure? This is the question given and you need to write the solution for this. Supplementary angles. What is the meaning of supplementary angles? When the sum of two angles is equal to 180 degrees, they are supplementary. They are supplementary angles. This is the definition of supplementary angles. So here, the first part you should know what are supplementary angles. When the sum of two angles is equal to 180 degrees, they are supplementary. What did they give me here? Can two adjacent angles be supplementary? Draw figure. Can they be? Yes or no? Yes, they can be. So let us draw the figure. So first thing, what should I do? Take a scale. We have already learned how to draw the angles. Take a scale, mark the vertex, use your protractor. This is your protractor where the center of the protractor should be matched with the vertex, and then the baseline of the protractor should match with, it should overlap with the arm of the angle. Again this went wrong. Let us draw it neatly. Now I am taking an example. Here I have kept the center of the protractor, and then I have marked 120 degrees. I am marking. Then you can use your scale or protractor to draw. This is 120 degrees. Now this becomes the base of your angle. This is the first angle that we have drawn. This is the base. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to take this as the base and draw the other angle. You need to rotate the protractor, then keep the center of the protractor and then mark the angle 60 degrees. 60 degrees I have marked. Now use your scale. Use your scale and join the line. So this is 60 degrees. So here you can see that sum we are finding out. Sum is equal to 120 degrees plus 60 degrees. 120 plus 60. 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 2 tens place. It is 8. 100's place we have only 1, so it is 180 degrees. So the question, can two adjacent angles be supplementary? Yes. Yes. Two adjacent angles can be supplementary, and they asked you to draw the figure, you have drawn. Adjacent angles. Yes, two adjacent angles can be supplementary. Can be supplementary, and you need to draw the figure. Copy this, children. Copy this. Okay, children, let us do fourth problem. Can two adjacent angles be complementary? Angles be complementary. Draw figure. First, let us write what is the definition of complementary angles. Solution. When the sum of two angles is 90 degrees, they are called complementary angles. They are called complementary angles. So now, can two adjacent angles be complementary? Yes. Two adjacent angles can be complementary How do you know? Let us take an example. Let us draw the figure. First, let us take the baseline. So, this is the baseline. Now, let us take a measure of, say, I am taking 30 degrees. So, see that the vertex is matching to the baseline of the protractor, and then you mark 30 degrees. Now, use your scale. And join both of them. Now, this baseline is changed to this one. Now, rotate the protractor. See that the vertex is matching with the center of the protractor, and then see that the baseline is matching. The baseline of the protractor is matching with the arm of the angle. Now mark 60 degrees. Now mark 60 degrees. I am taking a combination of 30 degrees. Here I forgot to write. Let us write 30 degrees. Now 60 degrees we have taken. Now draw a straight line. This is 60 degrees. These are the rays if I take. Then 30 plus 60 is how much? Sum is equal to 30 degrees plus 60 degrees, which is equal to 0 plus 0 is 0, 6 plus 3 is 9, so it's 90 degrees. So they form a pair of complementary angles, adjacent angles as well as complementary angles. So with this, the fourth problem is finished, and the fifth problem in your daily life. What are the adjacent angles? You can see that 5 examples you need to write. So today's homework is exercise 4, problem 1, first bit, and fifth problem.